Hi everybody. I am outside and I thought I would take you guys for a little tour of this year's garden, and we got it in super late. I'm talking like 3 days ago, 2 days ago, maybe even just 1 day ago. Yeah, yesterday we just put our corn in. It's like the last week in June. Okay, so here's our garden. Normally we would have tilled it for like a week straight maybe. Oh, and there's Mr. Gigi. We would have probably tilled it for like a week straight, just breaking up the roots, making sure nothing would grow up through it, and really raking it. And we just needed to get the garden in because it is late in the season. Okay, so along this trellis here, we have peas that should be sprouting pretty soon. On this side is a double row of cucumbers. Both sides have cucumbers. This is exciting though. So we didn't pull these out. Now it was all grass, like thick grass. We didn't pull these out because look at, these are black caps and they are just totally loaded with berries. And so they're right in the center of our garden. Look at all of them. There's just so many. So that'll be fun because they're going to be ready pretty soon here. But yeah, nothing has come up yet. So we got cantaloupe, 2 different varieties of cantaloupe. You just wanted to try them and see which came up and which you liked. There's a patch of zinnias here. I was watching Roots and Refuge Farm, and I had never really looked at zinnias before, but they are so pretty. So I thought I'd plant some. And then here we have, this whole field is probably like, I don't even know how long, 20 feet by 20 feet maybe, I don't know. But that's all corn. There's like 3 rows of corn here, 3 rows of corn here, 3 rows of corn here, and 3 rows of corn there. So it's 2 different varieties of corn. I know they cross and everything, but oh well. We're just trying to get some food in because the gardening time is hard for everybody, and it's gonna cause the food prices to skyrocket. So we are just trying to get something in so that we can have a little bit of a break on the grocery bill, because food is hard and expensive to buy. It's ridiculous. So yeah, let's continue. In this trellis we got some more peas in this section, and then we've got asparagus or noodle beans that will be coming up here hopefully. Now I did use some older seed, but we're gonna hope that it comes up. It's been like 3 days since I planted this stuff here along these trellises. I want to plant a couple sunflowers at the ends of our beds, so I'll probably plant those today. Along here I have purple pod beans, and then there's some tenderette beans that will be along here, and then there's a little bit of broccoli down at the end there, and then there's 3 rows of carrots along here, and then the next row right there is a whole line of broccoli that will be coming up. We got some more of the black caps, and then these 2 things of mounds right here are one row. The first row, oh, you can see my finger, focus. This first row is all my son's watermelon. He always goes, "It's a watermelon!" Down there in those, we're gonna say 3.5 mounds, we have yellow squash, summer squash, and then the front 3 are zucchini, and then we have 2 mounded rows of potatoes, and they were just potatoes that started sprouting in the house, and so we decided, oh hey, let's plant them since we like eating them. So yeah, that's really the garden right now. Like I said, it's not very it's a baby garden, and we're praying and praying and praying that it will actually produce some stuff for us. And since it's getting so late in the season, I'm thinking about going to like Fleet Farm. They have a big sale near the end of the season on all of their starts, like their tomato starts and other plant starts. And I'm thinking about going and getting some more tomatoes. I do have some tomatoes here, but I would really like to cut back on our tomato bill. Not necessarily for eating tomatoes. I don't really eat tomatoes, but my son does. But we need to make sauces. We eat tomatoes that way, in sauce and everything. So we've got some tomatoes here. And look, there's even, oh, there's a leaf. There's even little babies. And over here, there's even little babies. They're so cute. I got basil in here. I read that planting basil with your tomatoes helps to deter the pests. So we will just grab this weed. We will try this. I did it last year. It worked pretty good. I'm gonna try it again. So we've got, let's see, cherry tomatoes are around the edge and over a little bit, and then these ones right down here, these are Roma tomatoes. Hopefully we'll get something from them. There's another basil plant right there, and we got lemon balm, and I did plant I did plant radishes, and it was all lovely and nice. And then Mr. Gigi decided he was going to come in, and he rolled right there, and he threw all the seeds to either side, and so they're just kind of coming up. So who knows if that's going to do anything. We got 2 stevia plants here, and I did harvest some of the stevia, but it was I just took a leaf, and then, oh, that's a good idea. I should get, okay, thank you, you guys. You just reminded me. I'm gonna take some of these leaves. Let's see here. I'll do this bottom one. Just kind of pinch it off, because then it'll promote it to bush, as long as it's got 2. See how it's got 2 little leaves right there? As long as it's got 2 leaves and you pinch it off, it'll promote it to bush out. Now this one doesn't have that, but that's okay. And you can see here, a lovely deer came and nipped it off. Like I said, this is overrun with weeds completely. But we've got spilanthes down here. They also are called buzz buttons. They set your mouth into like an electrified state. It's like super tingly. Now, these haven't come up yet. They were old seed. We're gonna see what happens. In this pot and this pot over here, I've got nasturtiums. I might just get some new seed and try it again. And this is sweetgrass. However, I may have to ask the herbalist I got it from, because it does not smell sweet like the sweetgrass I harvested from her garden. So I don't know if it's a certain time when it will get its sweet smell, but I don't know, we'll see. And then I did pick up a sedum plant just because I think they're pretty. One of our local farm stands a couple miles down the road, she had this sedum for sale, and so I need to I need to plant him. Ohio spiderwort, I love these. I have memories of these as a child. I was so naughty. I would take these guys when they are just bursting, like maybe this one. I'm not going to do it because I now know better, but I would take them and I would squish them to get the purple goo on me. Alright, and then I did plant a couple plants of chamomile, and then this over here is all seeds from last year that came up. But aren't these just beautiful? But my pearly everlasting, has been attacked by little black caterpillars. This guy, right here. I don't know if you can see him, but they decimated it, and I'm so mad. Calendula. I just harvested yesterday. I maybe can harvest this guy. Isn't it so beautiful? Look at that. Or maybe we'll let that one stay. We'll let that one stay for the bees. And we've got Monarda fistulosa, wild bergamot. Got a patch there, and then a bigger patch right there. We're gonna go down here, like I said, totally full of weeds. You can see 2 vines here, and that is wild yam. We actually, in my favorite place to, you're gonna hear a train, guys. In my favorite place to drive, it was wild yam, was just all along the side of the road. And so I had my husband dig up some of the small roots and the vines, and they're just so pretty. Even if it's not the wild yam that you use for medicine, when they grow and cover this trellis, it's just going to be amazing. My husband's peppers that he brought in over the winter, and they grew like crazy, and then he pruned them really heavy when he got them outside. So they've seen a good amount of stress here. But yeah, they are chugging right along here. We got a little pepper. You see it? Where is it? Right here, little pepper. And then we've got Boneset. Now, this is from last year, and this one is from last year. And there's one in the back there, and then there's a little one in the front right here. Those I got, the little ones I got this year at the native plant sale. And then this one is from last year, it came back. So Boneset is good for fevers. And here, this is what I was trying to get to. This is Anise hyssop. And I am going to harvest some leaves here. What? Hi, baby. The Gigi baby's here. Beautiful, beautiful St. John's wort is growing. And, ooh, they're getting some buggies. Arnica is coming. It's gonna bloom soon. I got 1, and then I got 2. That one's not looking as hot. Poor baby. The campaign did not like being transplanted here. So I might actually remove some of these damaged leaves. So these leaves look really healthy. Gonna look really puny, but I think instead of sending energy to those damaged leaves, that it would be better to focus it on the good leaves, like so. Now you might be saying, why didn't you use your pruners? You should use a pruner instead of just tearing them off. I like to have it so that it simulates an animal coming in and eating, because that triggers a hormone. I mean, pruners may do the same thing, but makes it feel like it needs to grow. Look at California poppy. Oh, it's blossomed. It's so beautiful. This is my first time growing poppy, the California poppy. And there's another little one. It looks like a little elf hat. It's so beautiful. And there's another one down here. I have a little one. Oh, look. You can see it. This one split at the top. The other one, it came off. The top came off. So I got 2 California poppy plants. I want to plant so many more next year. I love them. They are so beautiful. My mugwort jungle. This is all mugwort. Mugwort. I love the underside, the silver underside. And it just smells so amazing. I infuse her into oil for leg cramps. And she's in my red Russian salve. This is my valerian patch. And it goes all the way down there. Oh no! I'm gonna have to spray some neem. Look. I don't know if they're rose bugs or what. But they're doing the deed on my valerian. That means there's gonna be more. Oh, I'm gonna have to spray with valerian, or not valerian, spray with neem tonight, and that'll make them forget to eat, so they hopefully will not eat my plants. Look at though. Aren't they so beautiful? And then over here, this is my first year growing marshmallow. I am just so in love. So in love with this beautiful plant. Alright, so let me talk about neem a little bit. So neem is an organic oil that is cold pressed from the seed, I believe it is, of the neem tree in India. And I'm totally about local and you know, not spraying anything. But I've had these little bugs. They have completely destroyed my roses. They take the blooms and they just eat them. And it is such a sad sight to see when your beautiful rose bushes, they got their blossoms, and the blossoms are just getting ready to open, and then whammo, these guys come along and they just devour them. And it's really heartbreaking to see it. So what neem is it's the oil that's pressed from the seed of the neem. Like I said, I believe it's the seed. You'll have to look that up. But it's cold pressed, and you add it with a little Dr. Bruner sal suds, and you apply it to the plant like late evening or early in the morning, so it has time to dry out before the bugs are most active. Like, because you're gonna have beneficial insects that are gonna come to, like your bees and other things. So you want that neem oil to dry so that beneficial insects do not come in contact with it. I guess there was this whole thing in the early 90s where in India, locusts came and they devoured pretty much every green living thing that was in India. And the only thing they didn't devour was the neem trees. And the reason for that is because the neem emits a chemical, and that chemical confuses them. It makes them forget to eat. So it's not something where you spray it on your plant and they're all just gonna like fall to the ground and die. No, it's not gonna do that. But it's a more gentle way, I guess, that's so not the right word, because it's not killing a bug is never gentle. That's just what I'm gonna say. It is a more gentle way on the environment than just spraying a harsh chemical that's gonna kill the bugs right away. You don't wanna spray neem oil in the middle of the day because you can get leaf burn on there, and that can be pretty severe sometimes. Sometimes if your plant is already stressed, it can actually make it get worse, or it may even die. So you want to just kind of pay attention to when you're spraying. I have one more thing that I wanted to show you guys really quick, and it's just a little piece of beauty, I guess you could say. It is behind me here. You can see this long, I'm trying to look in the phone and it's not working. This long row all the way out there. Those are all daylilies. And look, they're starting. They're gonna send out their flowers soon. Super duper exciting. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. I had a really fun time making it. I hope you enjoy it and you'll give me a thumbs up maybe. If not, that's totally cool too. If you want to check out some more of my videos, there may be a couple videos lined up here, 1 or 2 or 3 or however many they allow me. All right, thank you guys so much.